Hello, you guys. How are you today? I wanted to share this devotion out of Springs in the Valley. I read it the other day and it really spoke to me. And so I want to share it with you, and I hope that it speaks to you as well. And by the way, this is Life with Kelly and Brad, and obviously I'm Kelly, right? So this says, Scripture is from Hebrews 12:11. Nevertheless, afterward, it is not a bit good struggling for the premature unfolding of the divine mystery. The revelation awaits our arrival at a certain place in the road, and when time brings us to that place and we enter into its experiences, we shall find to our delighted surprise that it has become luminous. And so the only thing we need to be concerned about is to be on the King's high road, stepping out in accordance with his most holy will. Light is sown for the righteous. In the end, which justifies all and explains all. It is the end which justifies all and explains all. It is to the ultimate goal that God's eye is ever turning. At the right moment, the shining harvest will appear. What though the seed may seem to perish in the dark, cold ground? What will that matter to the blade bursts forth, and the ear unfolds, and the full corn waves over the golden harvest field? Luther was once in earnest prayer over some great matter of great importance, desiring to know the mind of God in it. And it seemed as though he heard God say to him, I am not to be traced. If God is not to be traced, he is to be trusted. After these things, Jesus manifested himself. However dark the nows may be in your experience, the afters of God are worth waiting for. However, I just read that. Well, maybe I need to read it again, okay? However dark the nows may be in your experience, the afters of God are worth waiting for. As we think of God's dealings with his children, we are impressed with his leisureliness. There, I think I got it right. God's ways may be hidden, but wait for the God's afters. All right, let's talk about this just a few minutes. You know, I just recently went through an experience in the last couple of years which really rocked me, because I was thinking that God should have stepped in and stopped this experience that I had. And I didn't understand at the time, and I still struggle with it every once in a while, why? And I needed more than just a, well, why not, Kelly? I needed a answer. And this scripture, this devotion, really, really touched on where I was at the moment and where I am now. Because it's not so important what we go through as how we go through it. And I love this. It says the only thing we need to be concerned about is to be on the King's high road, stepping out in accordance to his most holy will. So whatever it was that I went through before, it will have and make known either later or now or in this present moment. If God is not to be traced, he is to be trusted. And I heard this little saying, you know, how there's sayings that go around all the time, and it was like, if you can't find his heart, you know, if you can't trace God, then trust his heart. And so that came up to me as well, because I couldn't trace God in that moment, whatever it was that I was experiencing, or what it was that I was experiencing. I couldn't trace him. And I forgot to trust him. And that whatever it is that I'm going through now, and whatever it is that I went through then, that all I need to know is to trust him and to do what he tells me to do. God says, I am not to be traced. And I've heard other things over the last couple of days that really speaks to me, and it says that just trust. That we are not, God is not to be, his mysterious and divine ways. We don't need to know everything at once. We can't know everything at once, because if we did know everything at once, then first of all, the divine mystery of who God is would be shattered. But more than that, we'd probably run the other way, because it would be too overwhelming for us to know. And so, stop tracing God. That's what he tells me. Stop trying to trace me. Stop trying to figure me out. Stop trying to make me let you know, Kelly, that the reasons for why I do what I do. Just trust that you are on the path, and if you follow me, I will be there. Okay? Makes sense to me? I hope this made sense to you. I'm sorry I'm blubbering over my words this morning. And I hope you got something out of this, and if you did, leave me a comment. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Take care now.